Africans are dividing because we're talking about FBA. Do you not realize FBA is the enemy of unity? That's why I'm attacking them. I will never stop. I will never stop attacking them until they're gone. Do you understand?
Okay, this is a serious question. Are we African or Black Americans or foundational or original Black Americans, are we boycotting African braid shops? Or are the African braid shops boycotting us as customers? I'm confused because I keep seeing it go either way. And to be honest with you, I think it's kind of silly going either way. Because, we can braid, but so can they. And it was a good business for them. And it also meant that we could concentrate on other things while supporting their businesses. So which one is it? Y'all don't want us, or we don't want y'all?
About Black Americans boycotting African businesses. After doing a little bit of investigating work, because I was curious to find out what the fuck is going on back home, and to find out that one woman was, there was a B. There was one woman that wasn't satisfied with the work or felt a certain way about work that she received from an African braider. She had a bad experience, and it was wrong for her to do. She shouldn't have gone on to TikTok and brought the entirety of the Black community. For her to try to stand on business that our entire community is going to boycott African businesses. Now it was African businesses instead of African braiders. The part that was crazy to me is that everyone is stitching one video. And yeah, it was fake. Y'all fed into fakeness. Shame on everyone that had their hand in this. We're supposed to be uniting, but instead we're getting further divided. And it's very gross. And things that you learned, they need to be unlearned.
Hello and welcome back to this very episode. Remember, here we are discussing about this diaspora war. And I think that it is high time that this conversation have come at this moment, because we have never had a clash, a real clash with Black Americans, African Americans, the Caribbeans. We have never had this discussion. But I think that if we can have this discussion soberly, I think we can correct a lot of things. Because some of the grievances, we have never heard of them. The way Black Americans are saying that some of the African Americans, they don't respect them. We never knew that. Also, the other side of African Americans, their grievances and the reason why they have been acting that, they have never explained. That is why I welcome your opinion. If you are African American, if you are an African, if you are a native Black American, give me your opinion in the comment section. Let's know what we have been hiding inside our hearts. And maybe, probably maybe, we can correct each other. Because you cannot be corrected if you don't know that you are wrong. Remember, this is where our problem came. We were separated by our colonizers, by our enslavers. The native Black Americans, their forefathers, were separated from us. And therefore, they also were pushed this narrative that Africa is poor, that the Africans are the ones who sold them. But we all know that that is white supremacy narrative. On the other hand, the colonizers spread propaganda to Africans that black Americans are violent, that black Americans are lazy. So who do we blame? We can see where our mistake came from. But right now, we have got these platforms, and that is why we are discussing. For the longest time, we were not discussing about black Americans coming to Africa. Or rather, I will put it this way. Black Americans used not to visit Africa. But for the past 5 years, I've got videos of several black Americans visiting East Africa, settling in East Africa. I've got several videos of black Americans living happily in South Africa. I have got several videos, several evidence of black Americans being welcomed in Ghana, even being recognized by the country Ghana. So it is high time we know that if we escalate this matter of hating each other as black people, we would have succumbed perfectly to the white narrative, to the divide and rule that have been used for the longest time. Yes, it is true, there is some black Americans, or rather there is some African Americans that have this stereotype that black Americans are not, or rather they are aggressive, and therefore they have got this attitude. But remember, this is the information that was being pushed to us. Just the way they were saying that the Africans are the one who sold the forefathers of the native black Americans. These are all narratives. But right now, I believe that this clash will bring an experience of expressing ourselves and actually defining our relationship again, and learning new things, learning the real history, learning each other characters. That is what we are saying. Now that this discussion have come up, let's open up with an aim of knowing each other, with an aim of reconnecting. If one African American messes up, let's call him out. If another black American goes astray, let's correct each other and remain united. Let me know your opinion about this conversation. I don't mean any disrespect. I do respect the foundation of black Americans, and I do get the point that there is native black Americans, and that is okay, and that is actually very okay. Just like here in Africa, there is a Kenyan who is an African, there is South African who is an African, and there is a Jamaica, but still they are associated with Africa. So therefore, I have no problem and I respect the FBA, but I'm just worried for those who are going extra to actually disconnecting with the larger black family. Let me know your opinion in the comment section. And if you have not subscribed, please do so. We would really appreciate. Let's watch the videos. I've got several videos with very interesting insights. Let's dive in.
Why do African Americans hate the idea of being African so much? I never really understood it. It's like they make it a point to prove that we are nothing like you, we look nothing like you, y'all can never be us, completely different. And it's funny because you are literally one of us, removed through slavery. That's it. And then if you make a comment like that, they'll be like, oh, your people were the ones that sold us out. We were all the same people. There's crooks in every single group. There's crooks in every gender. There's crooks in every group. There's bad people everywhere. It's all the same people.